Alright, 2-2, and this pretty much models your book. Some of you might have noticed I put some things on the word wall finally. So the multiplicative inverse we learned the other day, and that's where when you multiply by the reciprocal, you should get 1. Some of you guys already know these. You just didn't know they were actual property names. So we have addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication properties of equality to go over today. All right, so properties, first of all, so we can define that. Properties are statements that are true for any number. Properties in math, okay, not properties like in Monopoly, but properties in math are statements that are true for any number. Okay. The properties we're going to look at today are the addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. We've already done some of these in the, well, really all of them in the one-step equation. We just didn't know what to call it. And I put examples of each one underneath the titles. They're also up on the word wall for you. Same exact example. Addition, basically, we just look at this one as the opposite of subtraction, right? We're doing the opposites. So if we add 5, we have to add 5 to the other side. The next one, if we subtract 3, we have to subtract 3 to the other side, right? This is balancing it out and isolating the variable. For division, if I divide by 3, I have to divide by 3 on the other side. Same with multiplying. We multiply by the reciprocal, both sides. Any questions on these 4? You've been doing these. You started doing them in elementary school. At least the first 2 when you started pre-algebra there. And then we did some of this in Math 7 as well. Do you remember this? Yeah? Okay. All right. Now, the 2-step equations. This is when we undo each operation in reverse order. Reverse order. Like PEMDAS and GEMS, we had an order of operations. Now we're going reverse. Question? For now? Yeah. I guess so. Hurry back. Next time go at lunch. Okay, so reverse order. So what do you do first in regular order? You guys remember? Which operation do we do first? What? Parentheses. Good. And then what? Equations. Not equations, but starts with an E. Exponents. And then what? Multiply or divide. Depends what's there. And then add and subtract. Depends what's there. Right? Okay, so now we're doing reverse. So we're going to do like add and subtract or multiply and divide. Right? And then exponents. And then parentheses. We're going backwards on these. Okay? Now, after 2-step, we go to multi-step. Those are those crazy big long equations you've seen and you have no idea what's going on. If you just follow those steps, step by step by step in reverse order, you will get to the answer. Kind of like breaking apart a puzzle, okay? So, here's an example of a 2-step equation. This is really basic. is 2x plus 3 equals 7. No fractions, no decimals, whole numbers to start with. Okay, so what do you guys think we should do first if we're going in reverse order of operations? What should we do? Just say it.
Minus 3.
Subtract 3 from both sides, right? And then what? After we subtract 3, what should we do? What do I do with the 2x? Once I subtract the 3. What? You guys are quiet today. Divide, right? Okay? So first, we subtract. I kind of rewrote it there to show you. You subtract. So you should get 2x equals 4. And then you divide by 2. Okay, any questions on that? Do you all see how I got to? Now, am I finished? No. Could I check my answer? Yes, I didn't write it out this time. But if I want to check, I would take 2 and plug it in right back here. What's 2 times 2?
4.
What's 4 plus 3?
7.
Good. Should you get 100% on these questions? Yes. Example 2. We have 25 equals 1/4 n minus 3. So first we have to add the 3 to both sides. So if I add 3, I'm going to get 28, right? What should I do with the 1/4? Should I divide or multiply? Multiply by the reciprocal, which is 4. Okay, so I get 28, and then I multiply by 4, which is n equals 112. I could take 112, plug it back in. 1/4 of 112 must be 28 because I just multiplied it by 28, right? 28 minus 3 is 25. Questions?
From the last sentence, wouldn't you divide by the bottom when you multiply?
Nope, other way around. Flip it. Now, if you're so lucky to get a problem like this with a 1 in the numerator, it's super easy, right? It's just like you're cross multiplying. But if it's not a 1 in the numerator and it's a 2, then we'd have to divide by 2 as well. Okay? These are a lot easier to see because you just cross multiply. Do you think that these are the ones we put on the quiz and the test though? No, generally not. Generally they give you the decimal and the mixed fraction and the try to kill you questions, right? Any questions on this? Can we turn the page? Yeah? Questions? No? All right. We're going to do another example. 6 minus 3x equals 21. What should we do first? Add? Add what? Add 3? Think about it some more. Yeah. Subtract 6. Are you starting to notice that we do the number with the variable? We do that last, huh? Yeah, we're doing that last. So we subtract 6 because that's a positive 6. And we need to make that 0. We need to make it go away. So we subtract 6. And you should get negative 3x. You just bring it down. Negative 3x equals 15. 21 minus 6 is 15. Now what do I do? Divide by what? 3. Okay? So now I should get negative 5. Can I plug this back in and check? You bet. I should. What's negative 5 times negative 3? Positive 15. 6 plus 15 is 21. So you can always go back and check. Any questions on that one? So Jared brought up a good point, because when I said what should we do first, he's like add 3, because you see that 3 and that negative, and it takes your brain there. That's what you want to do. But you have to be careful. That negative 3 is attached to the x. That goes later. Goes last. Okay? So be careful. Okay, so what I want you guys to do in your math book, which you just set aside, I want you to try on page 124. I want you to try 1 through 4 right now. Okay? So you're going to do page 124, 1 through 4. And you don't have to rewrite these in your notes unless you want to as more examples. They're just for you to try.
Are we done with the notes?
No, we're not done with the notes, but try these first. We just have a summary, that's all. The first 3 should probably take you like 3 or 4 minutes, and then the word problem might take you a little bit longer. Okay? But I'll see how you do. Okay. So I want you guys to take a minute, even if you're not done. Compare answers with someone next to you. Say, hey, I got this. What'd you get? See if they're the same. If you have a blank one, ask them what they got there. Okay, who thinks they're right? Who thinks they're wrong? Who has no idea because you have totally different answers, right? All right, let's see who's right and who's wrong here. See if we can figure these out. So, number 1, 6x plus 5 equals 29. Raise your hand if you think you're right. Lucas, what'd you get?
I got x equals 4.
X equals 4, and he's right. Raise your hand if you got 4. Good job. All right, number 2, 3 minus 5y equals negative 37. Who thinks they're right? Jordan, what'd you get?
Y equals 8.
Y equals 8. She's right. Raise your hand if you got 8. Okay, number 3, 2/3 x minus 5 equals 7. Raise your hand if you think you're right. Jake? 18. That's right. Raise your hand if you got 18. Good. And then the last one, the word problem. Did anyone think they got that one right? Oh, Ryan, what'd you get? 7. 7 what?
People.
7 people. Raise your hand if you got that. If you tried the word problem, you got 7 people. Some of you weren't quite finished with that one yet, right? 7 people. Good job. Okay, so 4 quick, easy examples. When you do your homework tonight, it's just like that. There's one word problem, and the rest are just straightforward problems like that, okay? Not super challenging. Here's the quick summary you may write in your notes in case you need this on a quiz. This is what you're doing. We solve 2-step equations. We undo the operations in reverse order. That's what you did. So if you need a summary in words to explain it, there it is. Yeah, I'll do number 3. Write this down, then I'll do number 3.